of K23. There's a bit of damage done either way as he backs off further. jabbi's going to continue this aggression, and well, AdreN, good for one. He's able to double down, makes it two before he's finished off by nicoodoz, and that's the opening that's required. On the flip side, K23 get ready to go as this retake as quick as humanly possible. maNkz will go for this bomb plant as he punches in those numbers. Let's see where the retake comes from. For K23, it's a massive commitment from CT. No one on the flank is going to be brute force attack, and well, nicoodoz, good for one. Fame to trade, Fame to double down as well, leaves it all on AcilioN. And for AcilioN, left in a 1 versus 2, what can he hope to do here? Swings wide, spots out Norbert, does a bit of damage. Sure, he dinks him down, but it doesn't matter. The bomb's defused nonetheless, and for Fame may do, when as Norbert gets a bit aggressive, and he goes with the closer angle, just teasing a peek forward, AcilioN to fall. Trade as well with the assistance of Mo on to jabbi, and now the two-man advantage. Follow-up flash goes down, just to leave nicoodoz in a tough spot. The flash is just perfect. nicoodoz falls, and I tell you what, Josh, K23, they are looking pretty damn refined when it comes to their CT side of overpass. For Copenhagen Flames, 2 players left standing. They'll make their way forward, and for Nodios, sure, he might try and make his way ahead, but it's actually the first kill for maNkz onto AdreN. They still don't have the bomb, though, and Nodios just sits behind the smoke. This duel with Norbert is going to be pivotal if they want to have any hope here.
Norbert definitely with the advantage here as well, and with that pivot.
So the initial pick can't quite do so, but Norbert still with the Galil in hand is going to try and get this opening pick. Nodios on the close angle is going to be ready for him though. Mo, first quick kill onto jabbi. Now as Copenhagen Flames shift their way forward, what can Norbert hope to do? Neither player from Copenhagen Flames is actually going to peek into him. This could give a perfect backstab opportunity for Norbert. He spots out Nodios, doubles down onto nicoodoz, turns around, but not quite in time to finish AcilioN, but neaLaN's there. A beautiful round by Norbert, and well, the power play works out. Mo to finish the job, and for Mo, he's not hitting what's interesting about Fame. He's currently going 10-0. He's going aggressive again, 11-0. maNkz is just deleted, and K23, their utility usage. We saw these flashes help Norbert on long in the second, third rounds. Really strong stuff from them, and AcilioN sure he trade.
Contact early.
Norbert in toilets, he'll hear every single member push straight past him. Timing is a blessing for him. He lines up one member, he makes it 2. He's got nicoodoz in toilets, he makes it 3. Can't quite make it 4 onto AcilioN, but the damage, it's already been done. AcilioN carrying his toilets, they swing it into him. neaLaN finishes the job. And just go for the contact play. Either way, Copenhagen Flames, as they shift their way forward, AcilioN's going to peek him. The shadow gives his position away, and he tags out both members. He can't kill them, though. Most certainly can. Good for one. Oh, he hits the collateral. Both headshots. Frankly, nothing gives.
You caught me taking a sip of my drink now, Kremer.
I do apologise.
Comes over. A lot of damage onto maNkz, but to be honest, if you're Copenhagen Flames, you get an initial prod in towards A, and you just get tripled up by Mo. Even the collateral as well to add insult to injury. What do? How do you recover from that? You're now in a position where it's a 1-on-3, and maNkz, he knows he's dead to rights. He walks with his backing from them, and if it goes maybe 2 more rounds in K23's favour, that's where I really think that Copenhagen Flames.
Sure, that as Norbert spots him out, that's a bit of damage being done to him. jabbi, this duel is really important because he's alone right now. He has got no help, and Norbert, he deletes a single smoke to do so. Fame ready towards Monster to just maybe even just get the bomb, and as he does that, he'll try and double up. Doesn't matter. maNkz to fall. 20 seconds left. AdreN ready for the remaining 2 members. As Nodios can trade, sure. 15 seconds. Time is ticking, and right now there still isn't a bomb down. Missed shot for me by nicoodoz, able to trade it out onto neaLaN. Now Norbert pushes forwards, and nicoodoz is able to double up. Finally, Copenhagen Flames.
Half would be very, very recoverable, one that they'd be able to shrug off, but they need to make sure that they string together off of the back of the last. And there we go. maNkz, once again, finding a really nice opening right through that smoke onto Mo and Connector. And with that man advantage, looks like they're going to lean towards B again.
That they are, and well, with a bit of a lot, AcilioN fully booked. Well, with the assistance of a flash is going to dive his way forward, but Fame and AdreN are ready for it, and AdreN through the smoke, able to make it another, trades back and forth, and that's a
round here as they push into the B site, and it might be 10 here for K23.
Very well could be, and with kills back and forth though, this time Copenhagen Flames come out on top. Further aggression from Fame though allows them to get right up onto Toxic. Spamming down, finishes off nicoodoz. There's the bomb in rotation, meaning Mo's able to finish off Nodios. Down to a 2-on-2. AcilioN will make his way forward. He's able to get that plant. Mo, does he go for the wall bang? No, he doesn't. He lets that plant happen, but instead he gets ready for the turn. As he gets ready to lead this attack, there goes that smoke onto short. AcilioN, he makes his noise, he shows his presence. Good for 1. Can he be good for 2? No. Oh, yes, he can. Oh. Yeah.
They had a lot of flawless rounds going into the openers of this game, and that pushed them on to 10, 11k quite early. Now they're really being challenged for this investment, and if they lose it, they might be
even stronger. For Norbert, he's going to be ready for the jump up from maNkz. I think he may have heard it, if anything. You'll definitely hear him drop down. Doesn't even matter. Mo good for one. Nodios, he tries to back away. They'll be caught with his knife out. He's quickly finished. And while it's messy, it can be. It's
we know what their default is, and we can just play around it.
They go for the nade stack. Unfortunately, it just doesn't land through that. End this with 35 seconds left. Copenhagen Flames. Their biggest constraint right now is time. As AdreN takes a lot of damage through that molly, he'll actually fall to it. There's the equalizer. Now Fame ready to swing wide. Trade onto AcilioN. Looks to double down with the player on Monster. Mo's able to get the next set. The man of Fame doubling down there onto jabbi. Nodios the last man left standing in the 1 versus 3. Pushing his way forward. Mo ready to just shift on towards the head angle. Spots him out. Nodios is quicker though. Nodios is much quicker as he finishes off Flame. But with just 10 seconds left, Norbert on the other side of this smoke is going to try and cancel out a plant. Nodios, he taps it down. He looks to go for the attack, and he does just that.
She looked at doing something similar as well. But the difference is, my parents had a nice house, and we had like a LAN room. There was like
posh.
big study, and there was like desks that go around it, and I could have like 5-6 friends over, and we could just play Counter-Strike all night. It was awesome.
That's one of the most posh things I've heard you say, and you live in Stoke.
Well, yeah, but I never used to live in Stoke. When I lived in Cambridge, Kremer, I lived in Cambridge. It was different.
Right. The battle itself, or
No.
You've got neaLaN now hiding towards truck, and well, he thought it was a flash. It doesn't matter. 2 quick kills there before the molly finishes the job, and considering he was on 1 HP, he got quite a lot of mileage there. nicoodoz in a 1 versus 2 with an open deagle in hand. He taps that bomb once, brings out a few shots. He's going to eat that nade as he tries to plant him. As the molly forces him out of position, he's going to barrel his way back down towards toilets, and he might be able to catch out a player in the cross. The reality is, it's going to be a really tough time trying to hold truck from toilets, and as they swing wide, AdreN finishes the job. It'll be 12-3, and well, that's that. Josh, this is dear God.
Yeah, that's that. The damage dealt either way. And as AdreN lingers in connector, he's not going to spot anyone out just yet, but he should be aware there's plenty of players here to contend with. maNkz does find that opening pick, but as the trade comes through from Fame, it looks like they're going for a hit towards B, which is quite heavily unguarded.
This now actually plays really detrimentally to the players who were in con. They were trapped there. However, with that kill, now they look to push forward. Fame, a beautiful shot to AcilioN there, but he knows there's going to be others. And as jabbi and nicoodoz both hide towards sandbags, they can look to swing simultaneously as that plant goes down. But the plant is planted for heaven for the most part, but he goes down nonetheless. neaLaN, he's able to drop into water by some miracle. neaLaN survives. How on earth he's still standing is beyond me. But now Fame on a fight towards heaven isn't expected. Ooh. Yes, it is. Nodios finishes the job. Copenhagen Flames, that's 4.
That's smart from Nodios as well, by the fact that there's been no peaks further off of the other player dying. Who was it? neaLaN? When neaLaN fell in water.
So it's not the end of the world, and well, as jabbi shoots towards toilets right now, they're going to peek straight into him. Fame to lead that charge. Fame to win the duel there, and well, that's just confidence if ever I've seen it. He finishes the job on jabbi, and as now with a man advantage, they're now going to push their way back away from long.
Well, AdreN doesn't want to press any further forward here. Wants to get into connector where he's going to contend with an MP9. Whilst he doesn't fire off the first shot in the engagement, he's able to win it. That AK, it does a hell of a lot more damage than that SMG. That M4, it starts to work his way forward. Mo,
single flash in the hands of maNkz, and with the odd kit on him as well. Let's see what he can do. But unfortunately, it's now the FAMASs that have to do the work. And while maNkz is getting a bit of mileage out of it, as is nicoodoz with the AUG. Now down to a 2-on-2, and K23, they're in a lot of trouble as Mo, he'll try to trade, can't do so. It's all on Norbert, and nicoodoz finishes what they can do with this kind of follow-up attack. But with this big lull, Fame, he's going to seize the push up from long. There's Norbert good for one. AcilioN instantly there to trade. And Norbert, he's proven to be their flanker, their lurker, so to say. However, because he's fallen, Copenhagen Flames, they know it's going to be a hit towards A. They know the only place it can be is towards long. And as they get ready to defend, here comes that K23 attack. Flash goes down. It's absolutely perfect. Apart from for Mo and Fame, he finished the job on to jabbi. Now Nodios back sight, just try to survive, but survival, unfortunately, in his case, is subjective. He still eats it. It's all on AcilioN in a 1 versus 3. The molly forces him back, and for the Flames, this could be where their CT side bites the bullet.
And a 1v3 here for AcilioN. And it'd be a big round for him to clutch up, of course. As I said before, they won't have any cash going into the next. If he can't do something here, he spotted out a leg. It should be a freebie kill for him. That's rough.
It really is. And as that bomb goes off, Copenhagen Flames, it shows that cumulative in a fair bit of trouble.
Well, just the pistols, just that MP9, but jabbi's putting it to good use. Beautiful opening headshot there onto Fame. nicoodoz looking to follow up, but as Mo's been spotted, he can't be tagged. neaLaN creeping his way into toilets. He's going to be challenged here as there are two members to his right. He's not looking the right way. And as we find ourselves in a 4-on-4, I think K23 are actually regrouping and heading over to this B site that's completely unguarded. Norbert, he's managed to wriggle his way in.
However, maNkz, that kill really is going to be detrimental to K23. They've run this clock very damn low. And as we're going to see Mo actually aggress with the AWP, he falls to maNkz, so now this has to go down to deathmatch. maNkz finishes the job.
Scary. However, they've still got 6 rounds on top of Copenhagen Flames right now as we draw close.
Tough showing by running down the clock. Now they need a bit more time to go for their attack. And as Fame does just that, Mollies go down. jabbi, he's also been spotted out, but it doesn't matter. Fame, a beautiful shot. And for Nodios, what can he now do as both him and AcilioN are going to have to lead this charge as they try to spearhead it. The bomb's already gone down. The push is ready to come through nonetheless. And as Nodios just clears what he can, Nades continue to pepper their position with maNkz taking a bit of early damage. It's nothing too substantial, though. What is substantial is that kill onto Nodios. That should completely stagnate this attack. And at what point do Copenhagen Flames save? I'll tell you what, it's at this point. neaLaN shuts down AcilioN regardless, and as maNkz desperately tries to back away, there's already AdreN on the flank. And for AdreN, he's already picking forward towards B.
Oh. You lose a couple of rounds here and there, and all of a sudden you've got no money and your opponents are on map point on your own map pick. We just see the pistols accompanied by that single...
Where he can, well, truly pull ahead. And, well, maNkz, he's going to walk straight into every single member here. Norbert, he feel full, but maNkz, he gets a bit too ambitious. Fame to trade, that's all they do. Delay. They don't stop, and as K23 push their way forward, nicoodoz will eat a nade for his woes. He's swarmed, he's killed, as is Nodios. It's all down to jabbi, alone in a 1 versus 4. Good for 1, tries to make it 2. Still, however, there's a player we haven't seen yet. That's right, it's going to be Kado standing in for Fame. So we're going to see a new player rise into action, and well, to get things underway, it's going to be back and forth kills, and we've actually got K23 starting on the T side. It's backwards, and it's Norbert to kill 2. maNkz to trade, 2-on-2. And as the bomb goes down, it's going to be Copenhagen Flames who are thrust into a retake with a Mo shutting down maNkz. It's all on jabbi.
Well, a 1v1 now for jabbi to try and clutch up. He's found himself the first headshot, but the difference is Norbert can just play the time. He doesn't need to take this gunfight. jabbi's kind of forced into a peak right now. I'm not sure why Norbert's even facing that. He had the time on his hands, and he could have taken a deeper angle, but instead, he makes the mistake. He slips up. K23, they had a huge advantage there in that round, and they've let it fall away. So Copenhagen Flames, they do take the pistol round, and so it's not like he's going to be an irregular piece of the puzzle. He's part of this team, and with AcilioN finding that opening pick, Copenhagen Flames, they get off to a good start here in the second.
No, they do. Copenhagen Flames, see what it means for them. So Copenhagen Flames, as they look to just sit back and play a bit passive, it's AdreN to just get one more in favor
for them here as they look to try and bounce back in the second. It comes down to timing here, and AdreN, timing he gets. Dinkle in heaven as well, and all of a sudden there's a real chance for them to pull this one off.
Well, with nicoodoz falling as well, Kado, beautiful shots, and with Nodios on such a low amount of HP, this is a really winnable round for K23. They've recovered it beautifully, and unless we see something horrifically favorable happen for maNkz, I think Nodios is going to be in a tough spot anyway, and right now K23 aren't even fighting him. There's the first kill, there's the second, it's a 1-2 for K23, and an
weird, it could easily be a 5-1 lead here for K23. And then what's the answer? Beautiful shot from nicoodoz to get things going. Not going to be able to follow up on the second, but AcilioN does so. So a 2-man advantage.
Pretty good track record of being able to capitalize on these positions. And, well, there's Nodios to fall. Is jabbi spotted? No, he's not. So he's good for 1. neaLaN to trade. Down to a 3-on-2. And, well, they're starting to negate that man advantage as they're going to put us into an afterplant situation. Mollies go down to make an attack very unlikely. with AcilioN just shifting forward above fence. Kato spots him out. Kato unable to kill him though. Is actually going to pressure him forward nonetheless though. He's able to win that aim duel. Kato shutting down AcilioN, leaves nicoodoz to aggress forward from Huts, but no one's peeking into him. And right now that puts maNkz into a really tough spot with neaLaN ready for his attack. He spots out the M4. There's a kill. Kato wants a nicoodoz just like that.
He's yeah, only died once here in the 6 rounds that have been played.
Well, that's another opening as AdreN shuts down nicoodoz. A messy engagement for him. And as AcilioN makes a bit of noise, he shot a few bullets there, and AdreN almost punished that. Tries to tap down maNkz. Can't quite win the aim duel at long range, and he may have got a bit kill hungry there. However, K23, they're going to use the opportunity to barrel their way down towards ramp. Norbert, he'll push his way forward, dive down ramp, head towards B, and well, timing blesses him here as he is caught out by Norbert, so not quite a blessing. Nodios able to find another, but both players stuck towards control. Now these mollies are going to start really damaging them. neaLaN good for one. Jabbi there to trade. Jabbi now is going to have to try and come up against Mo, but for Mo, he may just have to accept his death here. There's a quick little kill onto Jabbi, but the players on either side, they swing together in unison, and maNkz will finish the job.
Passage to get out across secret. In fact, it wasn't even a secondary smoke. It was just a flashbang to nicoodoz. He's still got clear sightline on it, but as Jabbi loses his life early, nicoodoz might need to rotate sometime soon, and Mo creeping his way up should be challenged here very, very shortly. But nicoodoz, oh my goodness, he's found himself a double.
And well, they seem to have this tendency of winning them, Josh, as they get ready for what will be another quick trade.
Well, still an opportunity here for K23, especially if this kill comes through. And there we go, it does. AdreN. Beautiful shots onto nicoodoz, who can't quite connect the shots with the AWP, and Nodios tagged up on the site as well. Now his position's known, and they can just try and bombard him. They've got the utility to do so. That incendiary gonna do a tickle of damage, flush him out, but it doesn't make any difference. Norber's over towards the B side of things, tapping in those digits. And as soon as this C4 goes down, this is where the pressure's applied.
It really is. maNkz, he takes a bit of damage as well as he spotted out. Nodios able to finish AdreN. Leaves it all on Nobot. Alone in a 1 versus 2. And, well, it's a very winnable situation. Unfortunately, he's going to be caught out in the middle of nowhere with that door opening. Oh, he's just able to kind of stay firm. There's a kill onto Nodios. maNkz now, 1 versus 1. maNkz, he push into him. He spots him out. Norbert swings wide. Bit of damage done either way, but maNkz is able to win it. And with a kit, he'll bring Copenhagen Flames their 3rd. But, my God, that looks pretty close for a second there, Josh.
They weren't able to tip it over the top.
They won then. As we get ready for this attack, nicoodoz, he spams through that smoke, finishes it off at AdreN. There's the opening, and with no trade yet, K23, they need to be careful. Bit more damage done as nicoodoz is able to double up onto Mo there, and he might even try to triple up onto neaLaN. He does just that, and while doing so, K23, they're running out of money in this process as well. Really tough spot for them, but Norbert, he's not done yet. Good for 2 of his own. Jabbi to trade, leaves it all on K, double load in a 1 versus 3. What good can Kato do here?
Not a whole lot is the answer. Copenhagen just going to stick with all of these rifles. There's no point in throwing one away. And with the early presence towards secret, AcilioN, he goes it completely incognito. They're not alleviate some of the pressure that's over towards this A site right now, but instead they've got to go in dry. Perfect flash, perfect engagement, and AdreN and Norbert, they give the man advantage back their way. Whilst Jabbi's able to find one, it goes right back in K23's favor, and AcilioN on the flank has to be the catalyst to get this retake going, and he's smoked off.
That he is, and well, as maNkz looks to shift his way forward, neaLaN spots him out. There's the kill. It's all on AcilioN. And
move here, considering they don't have a loss bonus, nicoodoz is not going to have any money going into the next round, so that means AcilioN can...
Copenhagen Flames still in trouble, and as maNkz hides towards ramp, the trigger discipline is perfect. Lines up 3 kills. He'll make it forward low on low HP, and well, as at the moment, it really is. There's really not too much cash behind them for them to fall back onto. With that AWP eliminated, that's that kind of damage I'm talking about. If AdreN can work his way over to that and either save it into the next or ensure that Copenhagen Flames aren't able to retrieve it, that would be huge. As he drops down the ladder, that's a snappy headshot. And with 40 seconds on this clock, this becomes recoverable. All 3 final members stacked up towards his C4, and as AdreN goes to take the duel, he might be able to isolate them, but no. He's not expecting Nodios in the heart. Yeah, absolutely right. And as Mo just slowly shifts his way forward, maNkz is the man to worry about. Lovely shot from maNkz there to finish off Kato. And that's the man. His site now becomes very, very takeable. With AcilioN low HP as well, he's in trouble of just being spammed down. And there he is, taken down. Nodios the only man backside to try and hold. AdreN's there to finish the job on him. And just like that, the ace site's out. It's a bad advantage for K23. An after plant situation for Copenhagen Flames.
Well, this becomes very move on to their defense.
Likewise, and for K23, that is a really strong round, not only because it gives them this to go well for them.
Well, a couple of contingencies here in the Copenhagen Flames buy. You see those FAMASs, but it doesn't matter. nicoodoz hits a beautiful opening shot. Not a peak that you see all too often, but when it does come through, it's not anticipated. AcilioN, he spots the back of the foot. Oh, that
Any day of the week. And as Nodios, he hears those players drop down. Here comes that push towards B. Kado, does he come out on top? Yes, he does. Jabbi falls. maNkz turns his attention towards the retake, and as he shifts his way forward on upper, it's another trade by Norbert. Norbert not quite able to double down, but it doesn't matter. The fact he survived is good enough with neaLaN onto AcilioN. This is looking really strong for K23. Nodios late on the flank. They're able to finish off.
Well, this is a very doable clutch for neaLaN. You see that bomb beeping faster and faster, and the flash, it doesn't quite connect. It bounces on the other side of the door, so it doesn't affect neaLaN at all. He can find the first kill, can't follow up onto the second, and nicoodoz with a kit in hand would just about be able to get on that defuse in time. That is a very...
Towards ramp, yeah, we saw it a fair few times towards outside, but it looks like nicoodoz is about to peek straight into the AWP, but he comes out on top nonetheless. Can't quite double down those. Kado's instantly there to trade, but with the AcilioN coming out on top with aggression towards lobby himself, there's a mad advantage and bomb control for Copenhagen Flames.
Norbert trying to recover it, but as he peeks, he's in for a nasty surprise. He does actually manage to hit an amazing flick and kill AcilioN somehow, but I don't think he's expecting to face it into 3 members. And Copenhagen Flames, they play that perfectly. They know that there's an AWP somewhere towards ramp, so they say, right, let's just peek into him as a 3. Don't line up, and he can't kill all of us. And there we go. Jabbi finds another onto AdreN, the final member. It's Kado. He's coming in from the other side of this smoke. He can win the first, and that's an insane headshot as he flicks up for the third.
It's a pistol round, and with those going down early on, AdreN, he's spammed down, he's forced away, but Mo's there to assist as they try to barrel their way down towards Secret. Both players spotted out as they wrap forward towards Heaven. Neither needs to be careful, and this hybrid strat from Copenhagen Flames actually works pretty damn well. They're a man up, and with control towards Hell, now they can really just pivot to wherever they want.
You know what, Kramer? That's a question I ask myself when I'm deciding whether to play with Ollie or maNkz. Who's less bad? This is genuinely what I buy. And Kado right now is using them like a cowboy. Taps that bomb. His teammate is going to get right on it and try and hold this defuse. And as Mo finds the secondary headshot, it's neaLaN.
For Copenhagen Flames, their force play will comprise of another bomb down towards Secret. And the Copenhagen Flames, they figured out pretty early that K23 don't really like fighting outside. AdreN is good for 1 on ramp. Jabbi, though, instantly there to trade, puts it down to a 4-on-4. And a 4-on-4 retake at that. Now 4-on-3. Mo retaking ramp, knows that AcilioN's there. AcilioN was trying to hold as best he can. He's even able to finish off 1. He doubles down onto neaLaN as well. And for K23...
Oh, AcilioN throws the smoke. It's a pre-thrown smoke, anticipating that Molotov, and look at that. neaLaN walks right into him. AcilioN, he knows exactly what's up. He's reading his opponents beautifully right now, and eventually he does drop, but maNkz is there to swing, should be able to trade, but Mo somehow wriggles away, and we find ourselves in a 4-on-4.
AdreN, he's actually got onto a flank as well. It's down to a 3-on-3. Damage done either way. Damage done to Jabbi, who's going to fall. Now nicoodoz and Nodios, both the members shifting forward. nicoodoz going aggressive towards ramp. Spots out Norbert. There's a kill. On the flank, though, Nodios spots out AdreN. It's a messy kill, but it still happens. And Kado, he's left alone in a 1 versus 2. It's been an insane recovery from Copenhagen. We're going to see another quick showing of what will be a... few players just setting up, getting ready to hold over towards outside. Mo, he finally hits that first kill. Nodios, can he punish it? And well, from the looks of it, that's a missed shot from Mo there. Really uncharacteristic, as AdreN, he's able to trade. 2-man advantage for K23, but once again, they've lost Secret. This time, though, they've done damage as they've done so. It's been spotted out by AdreN as well. maNkz is going to try and do the odd bit of damage here or there. Just try and keep him entertained. It's damage done either way, but there it goes. There's the equalizer. Down to a 3-on-3. 3-on-2 at that. Norbert landing his shot, and as AcilioN just shifts his way forward, it's another great shot from Norbert. Down to nicoodoz, already in vents. I can't really see him getting an angle for this unless he just bombs it down to double doors, but instead he just backs away and saves. It's 9 for K23, and well, it took him a damn while to get there. Left, and well, as the push comes back around, let's see who's able to really recover this. And as we see a bit of a chance for K23 to come out on top and really string themselves back into this game. It's a missed shot and it's an opening. Norba missing again towards ramp here. And right now, K23 looking really shaky. However, Norba, he recovers with a shot to maNkz, also able to double down. And as neaLaN finishes the job with the remaining 3.
Game isn't secret. Instead, they're getting into garage. They know it's uncontested. They know that the sniper holds further back.
Is the response.
They're not turning around. I thought the whole purpose of ducking there is so that when they get to the stairs, they poke their heads up and kill him, but apparently not. I don't know. That seems bizarre. Either way, they've got the zoom out advantage. They're looking like they should be able to get themselves onto this B site and get this bomb down. And with it, I think K23 just save. They got no presence towards B whatsoever. And with AdreN falling, this has to be a save call.
I'm really disappointed in him though. Like, this has really been a bad game for him, and just everything he tries, just
charging him down. They've got so much money that they are just really heavily hunting here. If they lose members, they do not care. They're happy to invest 4 weapons. Makes it quite a bit worse that K23 aren't making this one happen. I'm really not sure. Yep. There's still rounds to play with. There's still potential. AdreN, he was the man to fall early on, but with that door opening, neaLaN right behind it. He tucks his way in the corner. He's hoping that he goes unnoticed, but I think his barrel might have poked out. AcilioN is able to take him out. A trade comes through as Nodios drops, and Kado, they know that he's in hut right now. They're just going to molly him off the angle. Comes down to timing right now, but Norba, he doesn't want to commit to the push. This is where it starts to get complicated.
You're absolutely right. They Kado good for one. nicoodoz just a no-scope in trade, and well, Norba can trade what the lost for words. This is a really shaky performance from Mo, and well, at 15, what can he hope to do? Mo, yes, he shuts down jabbi.
Copenhagen Flames have got absolutely bags of cash behind them, so it's not about the damage there, it's about trying to win the round, and Mo's playing no part in it. jabbi right through the squeaky door, taking the initial gunfights, and this looks like the end, Kremer. This has been just a very, very bizarre game. I'm very surprised.
That it is. AdreN left standing in a 1 versus 4. What can he hope to do here, Josh? Not bloody much. As he'll make his way up towards heaven, there should just be a quick dispatchment, and as jabbi plants that bomb, AdreN shifting his way forward, he eats that nade to get things underway. Follow-up smoke makes it almost impossible for him, and the nade not quite finishing the job, but as he jumps down, that'll be that. With just a molly and a smoke, and they do so, both running out and looking to just click on heads. Norbert, he does the same. Norbert pretty good at it. Good for 2, nicoodoz good for another. AdreN there to finish the job.
Wow.
That's a 3k for AdreN, and just like that, it's going to be a 1.
And as they walk down this ladder, was it just the bait? Okay, they haven't actually dropped yet. Now they do, and Fame, he's got no chance.
Fame full. Should get up into A main and potentially just go for a straight execution. Nodios will be there to try and cancel that rotation. There's that cancellation. Norbert falls. 2-man advantage now. 3-man at that with nicoodoz taking the flank. Mo sure is able to finish off nicoodoz, but I can't help but think that's all, you know, swings and roundabouts with Mo in a 1 versus 4. He's good for 1.
Copenhagen Flames, they do bounce back in their buy round. They put their first on the board here on their T side. And K23, well, they've got to try actually committing to this. They want to try and get this C4 down. The FAMAS, it's now been flushed out by the Molotov. And jabbi finding that headshot onto Fame really cements things further. Copenhagen Flames, this is a great round for them so far. But they do need to make sure that they secure it. And instead they're actually rotating round to this A site. So this is smart.
It's a really great read as well. neaLaN falls, and with that, the Flames are going to get this plant, they get this site, and K23, I like the fact they're saving. Next round, they're not going to have any money whatsoever. Win this next round, they're going to spiral out of control.
They really will, yeah, of course. A couple of saved weapons here for Kate, and therefore it kind of negates the fact that he's not got any Kevlar. I think he was actually pushed up, though, with Norbert taking this initial jolt. He does lose out on it, and Mo, he has to take a step back. Does find himself the first shot, though, so definitely an opening for them to work with.
That it is, and with this opening, what can they make from it? Mo scopes in. It's a beautiful shot from Nodios to shut down neaLaN. AcilioN onto Mo. That should just finish the job. We've got AdreN.
Do constantly ban out, so it's quite bizarre that they're in a position where they've picked into it. As I said at the very start of this game, I actually think try and improve their nuke game before picking into it, then maybe there's a good chance for them, but without it, I'm not too confident. A couple of nice headshots there from neaLaN, but as they get traded out, there's no retrieve rifles. It's still just the pistols for them to work with. And Nodios, he's coming in from behind. Norva doesn't even seem to be aware.
Well, in this 2-on-2, jabbi and nicoodoz, what can they really hope to do here is they've got players on either side. It's like a weak crossfire between AdreN and Mo, both on either side of this position. AdreN good for one, and nicoodoz to trade. AdreN unable to trade, but he is lightning fast down towards backline, ready to rotate straight towards Ivy. Now, while this is a really, really fast rotation and a really well-timed rotation, nicoodoz, does he expect it anyway? No, he doesn't. A great play by AdreN.
Really cool place for them to be early on. Mo looking to try and go for an early aggressive pick, but as he smoked off, Norba, isolated by the Molotov, kind of entertains the idea of maybe sticking around, and that millisecond, that fraction of a second decision, he takes too long on it, and they're able to charge him down. Mo right now, not able to do anything. He misses the shot. AcilioN follows up, and Copenhagen Flames, they're looking like they're having a lot of fun here on their T side.
That they are, and in what is now a just 5-on-4 Copenhagen Flames on this flank towards CT. And it should be a quick dispatchment of neaLaN. neaLaN, he's blessed by time. He knows watching the right angle at the right time. Quick kill there. Turns around for AcilioN there to try and finish the job. But neaLaN's able to double up. Natus with 3-on-3. But maNkz that kill onto Fame makes the... It almost renders the retake useless. And as that bomb goes off, Copenhagen Flames down they lead 5-3. As for K23, this is a chance to reevaluate what to do next.
It definitely is, yeah. I think they need to change something, especially if they lose these members here. And there we go, AdreN. He drops. Luckily for neaLaN, he's got that element of surprise, and no one's any
fairly strong. It's a decent buy. You know, there's the saved up, saved AK gives it teeth. Sure, deagles can be pretty strong, but with Mo just being deleted like that, jabbi instantly there to trade, and now these deagles, they're just being dispatched. Everything I've said about the spy actually been pretty strong. It's kind of being rendered useless. There's no more, he pushes forward. Sure, that's a kill onto jabbi. Sure, it helps, but he's actually able to double down. And now with neaLaN showing the AK, he's instantly killed, down to a 3-on-2. Low HP on Nor, but sure, he's got some mileage out of that deagle, but he can't 1v5. And for AdreN, this should be a quick dispatchment and a 6th for Copenhagen Flames.
Yeah, this buy really didn't make any sense. I mean, AdreN, he has stopped the plant, and now he's actually got an opportunity with a minute left on this clock and the C4 not down. He can try and deny it again. The issue is he wasn't able to pick up that rifle, but as he takes the duel with maNkz, doesn't take any nicoodoz, and nicoodoz certainly spotted him. That gives him a chance to grab this C4, tap in those digits. nicoodoz should be fully aware that he's peeking over towards Ivy. All comes down to who dancing around the train. As he brings the range in closer, it becomes so much harder for nicoodoz. He's whipping all the shots, so finally wins it. Oh my goodness, that was messy. AdreN, it's a 1-on-3 with the Desert Eagle. The first 2 kills were set insane. The third, not too great. However, that was a round that they really shouldn't have been winning. Yeah, that is a good fun fact.
Yeah, given the state of the world, I think everyone's going to have some sanitizer on hand. And well, Norbert, he's going to need some sanitizer there after he's just sanitized and eradicated Copenhagen Flames. Goes down to a 2-on-2 now as nicoodoz is able to restore order. But now they restore order to what avail. AcilioN, he's going up close and personal. He's pushing straight into AdreN. There's a quick kill. Switches to the M4. And now Mo, alone in a 1v2. He'll hear AcilioN back away. And with that, Copenhagen Flames, they've managed to actually come back and, well, they've been able to recover. A great round by nicoodoz. He shuts them down.
Main, they've got this 2-man configuration towards B if that hit does come through. What's interesting, though, is as all these smokes rain down to A, it's all a big bamboozle, it's a fake, and AcilioN, he's selling it further. That headshot keeps K23 busy as the B site, it's swarmed, and Mo can't hit any opening shots. Norba does find one, but it's not going to deny the plant. In fact, it actually will. They come off of the plant. jabbi wants to find this kill before he taps in those digits. He's able to do so, but as his teammates drop, he's now in a 2-on-1, and this might be K23's ticket back in. I think KRIMZ muted, so
I'm sorry, I just gave that my all to a muted mic. I do apologise. What I was saying is that would be a 5th to K23, and with that, Copenhagen Flames, they stagnate a little bit.
Cup. And now, hopefully, that's given them the confidence to take some more off the back of it. jabbi firing away. neaLaN will be able to take him out. jabbi just had too many targets to choose from there. And Mo, that's a nice shot. Flick it up. Hits the leg of nicoodoz. And Fame's nade's able to finish off. That's fantastic. Mo there to hit the second shot. And all of a sudden, this is looking like a flawless round. Just as I say that, maNkz finds one back. But there's no way he wins it.
Balance statistics. K23, let's see if that's a kind of trend that's about to be set, or if that was just that one-off game against L Racers.
Well, this is their time to shine, and there's no real margin for error left here. It's the final round of the half, and they need to try and take this one, accompany it with a pistol. The T side here of Train can be so difficult. And given the fact they've not had a great game so far, they really do need to turn something around. Site's been taken here by Copenhagen Flames, and unless they anticipate AcilioN on this flank, they're in for some trouble. Nodios, he's already in the CT spawn, and look at this. It's a complete dismantlement of this retake before it even gets going. That's a great HE, and you know it's going to connect before it even explodes. Fame's gone, and now it all falls onto neaLaN's shoulders. No chance of clutching up the round. It'd be completely foolish of me to say I thought they were going to win, but then be expecting them to take any more than 8 rounds on their T half. And as we go into the second half, the pistol from nicoodoz can't quite do the magic, so they do lose this B bomb site, but now they come in for the retake.
Well, let's see if they're able to hold as Nodios. He's able to come out on top with a few bits of spam damage going either way. jabbi, he'll peek his way forward, trying to duel one of these members, but they swing at him in unison. Fame and jabbi both exchange blows, but it's Norbert to be the casualty of Fame. And with AcilioN trading, once again, it's down to a 3-on-3. That bomb to Heon down, but with maNkz falling there, neaLaN's able to get traded out, and it's 2-on-2. AcilioN, he does have that smoke, he has that kit, and well, let's see if that plays to his detriment here as Nodios, he's going to try and aggress, but else as he does so, neaLaN's able to finish off AcilioN through the smoke. neaLaN doubles down.
He did a couple of these Galils, so they go into this round. I wouldn't necessarily call this a bonus, but yeah, the lack of AKs could be problematic. That's only if Mo can't hit these opening shots though, and that's what he does. Beautiful hit there onto nicoodoz. That's the AWP gone in the first few seconds, and now K23 have got a good chance of getting onto this site.
As they push their way forward, they've actually spotted out the players towards Popdog as well. Norbert just running and gunning through that smoke there. Deletes jabbi with AdreN ready for AcilioN. It's just a melt and leaving just Nodios, the last man left standing. They're going to have to reinvest, or they're going to have to eco. That gives K23 their 14th. They buy, and at that point, K23 just hop, skip, and a jump from winning the game. And AdreN, he's just done the nasty to nicoodoz. It's down to just Nodios to try and hold, but with AdreN just swinging straight into him, AdreN, he's kind of, whatever it is that Kado did, I assume it's...
Kill. Stop losing. That would be my job.
Do you think, I reckon you'd be pretty good at that.
I would. I'd be brilliant at it. That's what I've been saying for months now.
Are you really a coach, or are you a cheerleader?
A perfect read on that, and as soon as these smokes start to come down from K23, we see how quick these rotations are from Copenhagen Flames. They need to be snappy, though, and they need to make sure they win the duels, because neaLaN, he's found them the man advantage.
Well, that man advantage traded out by Nodios, though, but only for a short period of time. It's a back and forth in which K23 are able to stay ahead in. And, well, for jabbi, what can he do now? Shifting forward towards the smoke, trying to come out on top, and as he just tries to get an angle on Norbert, he's not quite able to do so, but as he jumps up, he's spotted out, but it doesn't matter. That's a nice kill. And now, knowing he's so close, neaLaN, what can he do here? The smoke's glaived, and neaLaN comes out on top. It's down to nicoodoz, alone in a 1 versus 2. He spots the player towards white, not quite able to kill him, no, and as he desperately hunts for the other, they swing on him in unison towards the other side of the train. The molly means nicoodoz has to back away, and for K23, this will be a 14th. And so, as Copenhagen Flames kind of race for a retake towards Popdog, AcilioN, he extinguishes that molly, but Fame, he's ready to force AcilioN out of position. There's a quick trade, and luckily AcilioN can check down Flame before he too falls, and, well, for K23, what do they hope to do now? So they shift their way forward, Nodios towards upper, he's going to try and duel a member, but elsewhere, neaLaN's found maNkz. This should cause the fake and the flank towards B, but as Nodios shuts down Norbert, with nicoodoz shutting down the flank, and now falls down to a man disadvantage. And for the first time in a while, K23 go a man down.
Oh, 2 men down now as Mo. He's on the angle with the AWP. He might be able to find one trade back, but nicoodoz, he's not even giving him the opportunity. Just jiggling on this angle, hoping that his barrel pokes around the corner and that he can on top of the grey train.
Or timing might not favour him either. Right now, that's all it is. It's all down to timing. Push comes through with maNkz falling. This will trigger the push into A main. Fame shuts down jabbi. It's all on AcilioN. He's trapped on the high ground. And while he does shut down neaLaN, with nicoodoz does trade. And nicoodoz there to double down is just what's required to put it into a winnable situation. Winnable to what avail. AcilioN, he's depleted from that angle. Nodios to trade once more. Mo in a 1 versus 2. And Mo, while he had a abysmal game when it came to nuke, he's woken up on train and he's really looking to do some damage. The movement's good. The confidence is there. But is he able to shut down the Flames with 8 seconds left? I doubt he can.
Well, he hits the first shot. You can see him darting towards the site, hoping he can get this C4 down in time, but unfortunately
for them, based on the freebie that comes with an eco. And for K23, it looks like we are just going to see a fast hit towards A. neaLaN's lead this charge. He knows AcilioN's there. There's a quick kill. Traded by jabbi, though, and right now, the thing that keeps Copenhagen Flames alive is their ability to trade. We see time and time again.
Of course, Copenhagen Flames, they're playing very, very disciplined right now, not facing any of these positions, and as nicoodoz climbs his way up the ladder, all spots out the backside of Mo, and there we go. There's the kill. 4 versus 2 now. And K23, I'm not sure how they come back into this one.
Well, it's definitely not like that. It's all on Norbert alone in a 1 versus 4.
K23 stacked up outside this A site, ready to throw their utility, but in all of this time, Copenhagen Flames have been able to get close to AcilioN. There's that.
Flames just fan out around the board, fan out around the map. Just seeing where K23 choose to attack, and as the A execution comes down, it's supposed to lead the charge, but AcilioN good for a second now. He almost made it 3 there through Pop Dog. jabbi shows his position. He's caught out by AdreN. AcilioN, he's going for timing, and he won't just flash his way through the smoke. Whether or not he can do so, we'll have to see. With nicoodoz good for the first, AdreN is still hiding behind E-box. He too finishes off, and with Mo, he's just got to back away and save the orb. Not enough time left, and with that, we see Copenhagen Flames just try to hunt him now.
Are we really going the distance here as well, Kramer? This is absolutely crazy. AcilioN, he actually opts against going for that hunt, which is interesting.
After this, because K23, they're up at the antic. It's Fame going very fast out towards Sandwich, turning his attention towards E-box. Now AcilioN, can he hold? No, he can't. AcilioN falls. jabbi, he's there to trade, but jabbi able to do so. Down to a 4-on-4. As the push comes forward, let's see where the follow-up attack comes from. K23 stacked up towards the top of ramp, ready to push their way down. And while nicoodoz just tease the odd peek, it's a push down from ramp. It's a full attack towards his beast site as Nodios falls. This may be what's required for K23 to pull ahead here. More damage done. AdreN onto jabbi. nicoodoz just able to get away with a missed shot, though. And with 2 AWPs and a retake, this is a damn tough spot to be in. As Norbert finishes off maNkz, nicoodoz the last left standing. And with that, it's going to be a 5th.
They're ready to go for this hit, and when they do, Copenhagen Flames, they're going to be seriously challenged. Great smoke there from maNkz, and as he plays around the edges of it, he might be able to come out on top, but the flashbang, it's perfect, and there's the 2 opening picks for Fame.
nicoodoz and Nodios able to respond in kind, though, down to 3-on-3. nicoodoz hiding towards red. He misses his shot. AdreN punishes. And now for jabbi and Nodios, this has to be a recovery. Nodios making his way forward from Con. They'll be pushing forward into the awaiting arms of neaLaN. That bomb is going to go down unless he's able to cancel it out. Can he do so? It's messy. No, he can't. A beautiful recovery from neaLaN. Down to jabbi. Alone. There's only 7 seconds left on this clock, but I don't think